How we doing, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showcasing our full Trang early ladder corpse explosion / poison necro hybrid. Once again, this is going to be focused solely on early ladder. You guys can see it's all really cheap gear, and we'll go over that kind of towards the end. As always, timestamps will be down in the description. If this is your first video, welcome. If this is your second, third, fifth, 12th, please make sure to drop that subscribe. Helps me out a ton. We are crushing it this season, and I'd love to see your faces back around. With that being said, let's jump into it. I always give a little demonstration kind of at the beginning of my builds here, just so you guys can kind of see how it plays. So we'll cast our blood golem, hit some bone armor. And this is in hell, as you guys can see. Well, you can't really see it, it's under my name tag, but yeah, you guys can see it does pretty good damage. So we'll just do some quick kills here, see if we can get any fun loot. You guys can see corpse explosion has a pretty good range on it. Ooh, I'm actually lagging quite a bit here. I'm lagging really bad. What is happening? Alright, let's try that again. We'll see what happens. The last server that we were just on was really laggy and not great content for a video. So can I show you guys once again? You're just going to pop down your desecrate. That's going to do quite a bit of poison damage, as well as give you corpses to which you can corpse explode and just sit there and spam away if you want. We also have lower res here, so or not lower res, I'm sorry, decrepify. You can cast that. Your corpse explosion does do physical and fire damage, so it does help out a little bit to decrep, especially for bosses and stuff. There you guys can see he went down. And the best thing about this is it's just full Trang. Full Trang, even at this early point in ladder, is still dirt cheap. I didn't pay more than an ook for a single piece of full Trang or any of that. Let's see. Who else can we kill quick? Let's see if we can do Trav. I haven't actually done Trav with this. I imagine you can. This is great for early ladder farming. And just blow these guys up in there. He might die, that's fine. Get some decrep. Corpse explosion does have a pretty good range on it as well. Alright, so he's actually immune, so if we cast decrep on him, we can actually break his immunity for physical immune, and that's it. Decrep, no problem. Trav, done. Beautiful. We even got a experience shrine for it, so alright, let's head back to town here. And we'll kind of go over our stats, gear, and skills. Alright, so we will start off with the skill tree. And pull up my thing here. We'll start off with the skill tree, guys. It's a pretty straightforward build, but there is a specific order that, especially while you're leveling, if you want to start with this build, you definitely can. It doesn't really get too crazy strong until towards the end gear, or the end game rather. You don't need a whole lot of gear, obviously. That's the whole point of this build. But we'll start off first with our golems. I like our golems. Put 1 point into Summon Mastery, 1 point into Clay Golem, 1 point into Blood Golem, which is the golem that I like to use. It keeps me alive. He gives you some life steal and stuff like that. I also put 1 point into Iron Golem. You can, if you so choose, actually let me res my Merc because he died. If you have an insight that you want laying around, you can definitely make an Iron Golem out of an insight, and that should give you mana. So there's those ones. For now, I would just put one, as you're leveling, put 1 point into teleport here, convocation. That is your teleport. And then onto your main abilities, you're going to put 1 point into bone armor. We're going to max out corpse explosion. 1 point into bone wall. We're going to max out desecrate. Max out poison nova. And then I would say max out deadly poison. So in this specific case, I actually maxed convocation first, and I've been slowly pumping points into deadly poison. I'd probably actually do that the other way around. Thinking about it again, max your deadly poison first. That's going to give you a little bit of pierce. It's going to give you some more damage on your desecrate. Poison nova and deadly poison. Yep. So you're getting a 16% poison damage per level. So I would actually max this first, because the only thing that maxing your convocation actually does is reduce your teleport time. which is good, but it's not, especially if you're under geared a little bit. Being able to teleport faster isn't necessarily the best thing, because it's still, even when it's maxed out, it's still a 3-second cooldown, so it's still a good hefty cooldown. So it's not like you're going to be telestomping with that. But it is good, so I do recommend maxing it out. But maybe max out Deadly Poison first, and then that. The only other thing I could recommend is put 1 point into Lower Res and 1 point into Decrepify. These are both great, especially if you're playing in a group setting. As long as no one's using Redemption in the party, that's kind of the downfall of this build. If you're playing with a Foer, or if you're playing with a any character class that uses a Phoenix, they're going to eat all your corpses and you're going to have a bad time. And I actually did test it. They even eat your Desecrate corpses that you spawn. So, but Lower Res is always good for the party as well. And I believe that is everything. So we'll go over that one more time, and I'll have all this on the screen for you guys. 20 points Corpse Explosion, 20 points Desecrate, 20 points Poison Nova, 1 into Bone Armor, 1 into the Golem of your choice, 1 into Summon Mastery. Oh my goodness, the other thing I forgot is Revive. You can definitely put a point into Revive as well if you want. I didn't this time through, but putting 1 point into Revive will actually give you a couple summons that can follow you around, and that they'll tank a lot of the shots for you. That's up to you guys. I didn't actually this time, this last respec, but that's definitely an option. For the 3 points investment, it's going to make you quite a bit tankier, and keep some of those mobs off of you, so you're not kiting as much, especially if you guys are playing hardcore. That's a great option for you as well. 1 point into Bone Wall, 1 point into Lower Res or Decrepify, or Amp, whichever you prefer, and then 1 point into Convocation, and then dump everything into Poison Dagger and Convocation at the end. Alright, as far as stats go, you're going to just put enough stats on to use enough strength on to use your gear. It happens to be 106, which is actually this helmet, is your highest piece as far as strength goes. You shouldn't need anything into Dexterity. And then you can pump everything into Vitality. So we got about 1200 life, and then no energy either. And that's it. As far as gear goes, now this is going to be the fun part. So I'm going to give you guys kind of what I'm using now, and this is going to be the early ladder version of this build. And then I'm also going to give you like a best in slot type deal. Alright guys, as far as gear goes, we'll start off with the weapon. Right now I'm currently using a white wand. If you guys have seen my bone spear video, you guys will see that this is actually the bone spear base. Obviously you're going to want to find a poison base, either a desecrate or a corpse explosion base, and then make a white wand in it, which is Dolio. Super cheap, super affordable. You can actually shop them if you go to normal mode and go to Act 2. You can shop them from Drognin. Super good weapon, super cheap early on. Late game, if you're going to be migrating out of Trang, what you're going to want to go to is this bad boy right here, which is a Death's Web. So it's going to give you 2 all skills, 2 to poison and bone, minus 42 enemy poison res, and mana per kill, which is huge. So this is going to be your late game thing. Obviously all the killing you just saw me do, I did with this white wand. This is obviously a way better weapon, but these are kind of pricey. These cost literally just those 2 garbage runes and a base. You can buy a really good base for an Ook if you want, or you can just shop them from Act 2 like I said. And yeah, this will do more than enough damage to get you into early maps, get you doing chaos, get you doing whatever content you really want. Trav, stuff like that. Okay. Helmet, I'm currently using a 3-socketed Trang helmet. There's actually currently nothing socketed in it. I didn't have any. I was going to put more topazes in it, but I ran out of topazes. But yeah, that's a great early helmet. You can buy the helmets for about a Ook. I happened to slam this one, got really lucky, got the 3 sockets which I needed, and boom, good to go. As far as endgame, probably going to want a Shaco for the magic find. There's a bunch of other different helms you could wear too, but I mean for early ladder here, Trang more than capable. Chest, once again, Trang, same deal. I bought this for 1 Ook, slammed it, got 4 sockets. It actually took me 2 tries. I bought 2 different chests, and then I found a chest and bricked the first 2, and the third one I got 4 sockets, so not too bad. We got 4 topazes in there. It's a great chest. Gives me 96% magic find with all that in there, and we're good to go. Gloves, Trang. It gives you 2 to curses, which is good for your Desecrate. It gives you a little bit of FCR, which is great, and it also gives you 25% increased poison damage, which really helps out our Desecrate. Even if you're running endgame build, still would probably run these gloves. These gloves are so strong. As far as the chest, different chests you could use. If you're not running Trang, you could run the Necro Bone chest, which I got it pulled up here. It is Soul You can definitely do that. That'd be a fantastic chest to run. That bone chest allows you to have 2 fire golems, so if you want to go fire golem route, you can definitely do that. Gives you 2 necro skills, gives you 30 all res and a little bit of mana, so that's not a bad option either. You can, if you're super end game, you can definitely run an Enigma. Enigma is probably better than Convocation. I believe the cooldown is probably a little bit better because it's just based on your FCR. So then you can, you're starting to get into a different build where you can actually, don't put any points into Convocation. At that point, there's a summoning variant of this build. You could definitely go that route and start dumping points into summons if you like, and run kind of a hybrid poison corpse explosion summon build. That's a whole different video, guys. As far as the shield or the offhand, whatever you want to call it, I've got a 1-socketed Trang shield here. Once again, paid a nook for it and just used a socket quest on it. Threw the P diamond in there to give me some more res to max out my res. Boots, I'm using Silkweaves. Mana, this build kind of is a little bit mana thirsty. The Silkweaves are nice, get that extra mana per kill on there and increases your mana by 10%. Those are always nice. You can use the normal stuff, Eldur's boots if you need fire res. You can use Water Walks, War Travs, whatever you got laying around. They're all great. It's fine. Whatever you guys prefer. This one, I'd recommend running Silkweaves. Belt, you can run Trang. Best in slot's going to be Arak for that faster cast rate. And keep in mind, we do need to hit 125 FCR on this build. I don't actually have 125 FCR. Only at 59, but, it's entry level. So once you guys start gearing towards endgame, definitely going to want to hit that 125. Amulet here. I'm running a crafted amulet, 2 PNB, 9 FCR with a little bit of mana on it. You could definitely run like a +3, one of these and slam it and try to get +1 skills, or you can run this with a 10 FCR slam on it. Like that, you can run a +3 Maras if you need the res, all kinds of different options for your amulets. As far as rings go, I'm just using a quad res ring and a FCR ring with 1 mana per kill. BKs would probably be better, or Soj, FCR Soj would help out your mana supply quite a bit, all that good stuff. As far as charms, you're going to want PNB skillers. I only have 2 at the moment, but PNB skillers are going to be where it's at for you. Get yourself a Geeds and then get a couple res charms to fill up your inventory. I also forgot to mention, if you're not running Trangs for a offhand, you want this bad boy right here. And you can also go max block with this guy as well if you'd like to go a little more tanky. But 5 mana per kill, all res 40, regen mana 33, 20 to energy, faster block rating, and 40% increased chance of block is plus 2 all skills, 2 curses. So not a bad offhand. Alright, fellas, that is basically it. Oop, don't forget the mercenary. Always forget the mercenary. Once again, insights, just running a CNC Duries and a Tal Mask. He doesn't even have a melee splash in here yet, and he does okay. Okay, I'm just going to run a quick River of Flame. You definitely can run maps, no big deal at all. I just don't have any good ones at the moment. I don't think I have any on this character, actually. Yeah, so we're just going to try to run through this crap at the beginning. I will say the only thing I dislike about this build is it is, in my opinion, a little clunky. I'm not a huge fan of the Necro in general, and it just comes off as a little bit clunky to me. It is strong, it is powerful, all that good stuff, but that is just my personal opinion. Some people literally will die for these Necro builds. Oops. Now these Venom Lords do take a little bit more, because as I said before, the Venom Lords they only take about 50% damage from your corpse explosion, due to the fact that they are your corpse explosion is half physical and half fire. So with that being said, they're only taking about half damage. So if you want, you can just hit them with some Desecrate, and that'll help out a little bit, get rid of those guys for you. There we go. But as far as gear, like you guys can see, still using the white one, not using Death's Wand just yet. We are all about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 ook worth of gear. And it's not going to be the fastest chaos clear, but it is definitely fully able to clear chaos. Don't forget to cast your decrep if you'd like. And pop those guys. Alright, we are back. I actually just died right there because the servers just lagged super hard into this champ pack right here, and it was not a good time. So yes, you can die on this build, especially if the servers are super unstable like they have been all this ladder so far. But overall, it's a very safe build. No complaints. Too bad here. This champ pack is giving us a hard time, that's for sure. There we go. Oh, it's a double champ pack even. You can see just the poison damage alone is very, very strong as well. Oh, and amp damage as well. Alright. Man, Chaos is champ heavy today, that's for sure. Alright, got him. And they're all gone. Grand Charm, perfect. So as you guys can see, we're kind of doing a lot of kiting here. This would be, if you did go with the build version that has Revive in it, revive some of these Venom Lords and it'll be a little bit easier, a little bit less kiting. But kind of just want to keep moving. The poison damage will kill him eventually. You can always teleport and reset your golem if he's kind of stuck off somewhere else doing nothing. Seal, maybe. Alright, there he goes. We are decrept ourselves now. Servers are a little wild today, I'll tell you. I'm getting hit from like a mile and a half away. It is a Saturday though, as I'm recording this, so it is peak hours. Everybody's off work, having a good old time here. Alright. What was that? He just teleported. Alright, he's gone. Now as far as bosses go, I think it's actually better off if you just use your poison. It's going to kill him a little bit faster. You can corpse explode as well. You can see there's your corpse explode damage. I think it's just better in my opinion. Just keep hitting him with the poison. Your golem should distract him long enough for you to kill him. And there we go. A whole lot of nothing. Alright fellas, and that's going to be it for the guide. This is the fully trained I actually didn't show you the Death's Web. So if you have Death's Web, just know that it's going to be 42% easier for my specific Death's one. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button and leave a sub to catch my later videos. I try to put at least one video out a week. Debating on what video I should do next. If you have any suggestions for which character build you want to see, let me know down in the comments below. I'm going to try to get a Hemorrhage build out. I'm going to try to get a Pure Lightning Javazon build out. And that's about all I've got lined up at the moment. Maybe a Warcry Singer Barb. We'll see about that one. We're still working on gear on that guy. RNGesus has not been good to me this ladder. As you can see, I have literally nothing. Every ounce of currency I have is being pumped into putting out these builds for you guys. So hit that like button. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Adios.
If I don't fuck with it or you, then I just cannot stay. Got people who never saw me know my name. Satisfied just to work for stay the same. In my world, I be on a silent hill, yeah, yeah. Born into the fog, truly do this shit for real, yeah, yeah. Sin, I'm sin, so much I might need to know, my God. Tongue tied for a sec, she divine, she be so ooh la la. I don't fuck with it or you.